Good morning and welcome. Happy Sunday. It's your early morning intuitive guidance, and I think I have a frog in my throat. Hang on a second here. Allergy season is afoot. So, today's card again continues our litany of "you're on the right path, keep going" messages. So, I kind of smirked about that. I think you're going to enjoy it. Good morning, Joe Neal. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. Looks like someone else has popped on also. Glad you're here. Your name isn't rolling yet, but we'll see. So some days the names roll, some days they don't. Some days the comments are the evidence, some days they're not. So it's my practice of rolling with whatever is. So you can see the belief pillow sticking out a little more, trying to clear clutter, rearrange, etc., etc. And I've come to the conclusion I have way too many books. Good morning, Carolyn. Welcome, welcome. And I know there are quite a few of you who would agree that there's no such thing as way too many books. But yeah. So, good morning, Cheryl. Welcome. Glad you're here. Everybody's starting to roll in. Good morning, good morning. And nice to see the names rolling. Good morning, Nancy. I like knowing who's here and who I'm talking to. Look at all the... Wow. Prioritizing you today. Good, good, good. I did that yesterday. I had a deep dive into discernment yesterday. And yeah. And so today's card again really fits well with that process. So we have a card from the Lightseers deck by Chris Ann. Good morning, good morning. Everybody's here. Welcome, welcome. So let's do a little tapping. A little breathing. Opening to receive today's message. Good morning, good morning. All the hearts and rainbows and waves and good stuff. Just settling in right here, right now. Fully grounded, fully present. I want you to just soak in your environment. What do you notice? I'm hearing the birds outside. I think every square inch of roof line is bird nest at this point, which is fine with me. But lots of happy birds. What else do you notice? Notice my fingertips are cold. Feet are grounded. What do you notice about you? Really get in touch with you, present with you in this moment. Because when we are fully present, I think the messages from the cards can sink in more deeply and put us in a good position for moving forward. So, speaking of moving forward, how many of you are going to join me at 7 o'clock Central Time this morning for our Unity Cafe? It's just an hour of everyone showing up with their beverage on Zoom, and we just have some conversation about what's important and supporting each other, etc. So if you'd like to join us today, send me an email, bonnie@empowermentandpurpose.com, and let me know you'd like the link, and I will send it to you. bonnie@empowermentandpurpose, all little letters, all spelled out, .com. So today's card, let's see how that strikes you. It is the Three of Wands. And there she is with her surfboard, ready to go, looking at the water. Yeesh. That's awesome. So, breathe in. Breathe out. Receive the message in whatever way it's meant to come to you. So, Three of Wands. We have the Light Seer part first, and then the Shadow Seer part. Card came out right side up, so the Light Seer part is the more relevant part. But again, I like to read the Shadow Seer part just so that you're aware of that energy also. Light Seer. Energy manifested. Waiting for the results of your effort. The arrival of opportunities. Finally understanding your ambitions. Continuous improvement and moving in the right direction. Progress. So that's the Light Seer part. Let me read through them again quickly. Energy manifested. Waiting for the results of your effort. the arrival of opportunities, finally understanding your ambitions, continuous improvement, and moving in the right direction, progress. Good morning, Mel. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. So now here's the shadow seer part. And I want you to notice the quality of these statements. Shadow seer, not dreaming big enough. Fear coming up to block your movement. Delays. Can you see how the majority of that is about what's going on here? It's not external stuff. It's here. And even if it were external stuff, what do we know about external stuff? It's the projection of our collective internal stuff, right? So change the internal stuff and the external stuff will modify. Oh, there's a coffee cup. Awesome, awesome. So yes, hopefully a bunch of you are going to join me on in our Unity Cafe at 7 a.m. We'll see how many of you get to show up. So here's the words where it's talking to us. So just soak this up. One more breath. You've been doing the work. Light, seer, planning, seeing, learning. Watch for the signs that your dream is on the way, because they are everywhere, the signs. Take pride in the progress you've made, for your past efforts have created the momentum that you needed to get the ball rolling. And remember from physics that to get something moving takes inordinate amount of effort. To keep it moving is less laborious. So if you're in that initial phase of getting something moving, know that it will get easier as you go. Today you are moving through energy you created in the past. Today you are moving through energy you created in the past. So the energy that you generate today is setting your future. What kind of energy do you want to create today? Good to be mindful of that. Good to be mindful of that. Being here, ready, and waiting is a milestone that you should recognize as a success. So even if you're standing there tapping your foot like, okay, come on, I've laid the groundwork, where's the outcome? Back up the bus a little bit. You are here, ready, waiting. It's a milestone. Recognize that as a success. You being present, you showing up, that is a success. Celebrate that, and the next success comes. While there is still work to be done, know that you are headed in the right direction and that you will see soon see big waves coming in soon. There she is. She's ready for the waves. When they arrive, you may not know exactly how to ride them, but you will be ready to learn. You will be ready to learn. Oh, I just noticed it matches my shirt. There we go. Look for that new relationship, the new client, or that lucky break on the horizon, for the arrival is imminent. And our quote for the day is, I am expectant and optimistic, and I know that my dream is on the way. Expectant and optimistic. How many of us can say we feel that way now, given what's going on in our world? Most of us are in Eeyore status. Oh, I think it's going to rain. Good morning, Angie. Glad you're here. There's a lot of doomsaying going on. We really can't afford that doomsaying. You may not like things that are going on, and you have choice about what you want to do in your sphere where you have influence. You have choices. But please don't get bogged down in the ain't it terrible, horrible, awful, because that puts more energy into expectant. There we go. Ain't it terrible, horrible, awful. Focus on what is it you do want. And I was just rereading this yesterday. Let go of the idea that conditions have to be perfect for something to manifest. Oftentimes, wonderful things manifest in the middle of what looks like a complete shit show. So look for those things beginning to manifest. It's kind of the same thing as in the middle of a garbage heap, a flower blooms. It happens. It happens. Look for the opportunities. Whenever there's tons of upheaval, which is certainly right now, there's opportunities in that upheaval. Have your eyes open. Pay attention. There will be opportunities for you to do for yourself, do for others, bide time, see new chinks in the armor that allow the light to shine. Be the light, be that beacon, shine that light regardless. So that's one of the things we'll do this morning on our coffee call, is we're not going to descend into ain't it terrible, horrible, awful. We're going to spend our time on what is powerful, what is where you want to put your energy, what paths are opening up for you, what are the opportunities in the difficulties. That's where we're going to put our energy. So let's take a peek at the cardigan. Cardigan, ha ha ha. What do you notice about her? She looks, to me, she looks ready. She looks ready. She's pretty, standing up straight. She's got her eyes on the horizon where she's headed. She's ready to roll. How about you? Are you ready to roll? When the opportunities start opening up, are you ready to say yes? Are you ready to say yes? Even when you can't quite tell where yes is going to take you. Kind of that old statement of, I need to be sure to decide. Nope. You decide and then you become sure as you proceed. That's typically how it goes. So, feels like there's something niggling here. Hang on a second. I think it has to do with the Rebecca Campbell book I'm reading. Bigger picture, bigger picture, bigger picture, bigger picture. So one of the things that I think Rebecca Campbell is really, really good at is couching things in terms of a much bigger picture. I think she does, or something similar. Isn't that interesting? No, now I see it. Okay, so it's more like she's got like legging kind of things on, but she's got the one foot, the foot on the right is tipped up. So that's what makes it look like there's a heel underneath it. But that'd be good. Go-go boots. She's going. She's ready. She's got her surfboard. She's waiting for the wave. So what about you? Do you have what you need? Are you waiting for the wave? I feel for myself like I don't have what I need, but somehow in the stepping forward with the process, what I need should show up, will show up. That's a disconcerting kind of thing, because we'd all like to have the certainty of, yes, I have all the tools that I need. I have my surfboard. I'm all set. But that's not oftentimes how it goes. It goes back to that idea, God doesn't call the equipped. God equips the called. So if you're feeling the call to something, respond. Respond. Don't wait until you're certain. That's not what this is about. It's about stepping forward in faith. Okay, I'm here. What's the next step? Waiting for your marching orders and proceeding. Again, I love how the same names are rolling over and over and over. Beth, I think I've seen you about 4 times now. So, and again, I frame that in this, I frame that as the number of times your name rolls, the more powerful this message needs to be for you. So, let me read those words again. Energy manifested, waiting for the results of your effort. The arrival of opportunities. Are you looking for them? Finally understanding your ambitions. Yes, good morning, Sue, glad you're here. Taking the steps before everything is in place, because it's in the taking of the steps that things fall into place. Understanding your ambitions. Continuous improvement and moving in the right direction, progress. And then that shadow seer side, because yes, that's the book I'm reading. That's the book I'm reading also. So think about that. Carolyn, your energy's going into those words, my energy's going into that word. Let's lift up her words. Those are the kinds of reverberations that are going to make huge fundamental changes in our world. That's where we're headed. That's where we're headed. So then the shadow seer side, not dreaming big enough, fear coming up to block your movement, delays. So I'm going to throw in the word anyway. Yes, you're afraid. Do it anyway. Yes, you're uncertain. Do it anyway. I'm talking to myself here too. Yes, you don't know where you're going. You're hearing the naysayers. The energy doesn't feel quite yet like it's coalescing to blow this thing down its path. Show up anyway. Show up anyway. All right? So that's where we're at. Think about that today. Jonelle is taking a day for herself today. Yay, you. I did that yesterday. Yay, me. What will you do to create the space, that open field where miracles can happen? They're right around the corner. They're just on the other side of that thin veil. Allow them in. Have an awesome Sunday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Well, I'll see some of you shortly because we'll have our coffee group. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.